A celestial is seen at the beginning of the film, and they are also known as sky aliens. Its name was Orisha, who made sun and then moon. The light started from there and our Earth grew. Meanwhile, some strange deviants appear from the deep space. They were also called weird creatures. They feed themselves while eating humans and animals while coming to the Earth. A scene 7,000 years ago is shown in this movie. Some ancient people are shown catching fish. That strange creature attacks them while appearing from the water. The deviants hunt humans. It moves towards the kid after eating the man. An Eternal moves to the Earth. Orisha has sent him to the Earth, so he will save people from those deviants. Icarus was a powerful Eternal. He can end those creatures while emitting laser light from his eyes. He can even fly in the air. Icarus ends a creature. Meanwhile, many creatures appear there. The Eternals arrive at Earth. They end those strange creatures. The humans were scared of seeing those Eternals there. Then an Eternal controls the human minds named Druig. He has the ability to control humans' minds and can manage them as he wants. Eternals start the initiative to be human friends. Later, they started living with humans on the Earth. Eternals were living with humans and were helping them to improve their technology. They used to fight a lot with each other. Druig often stops them to fight while controlling their mind. The leader of Eternals forbids him from doing this, because the Celestials' leader has sent them to save humans and increase their population, and forbidden them to participate in any other thing except for this. Druig doesn't obey her, and Ajak says while hearing Druig, "Now you are free." She says you can go wherever you want to go. You can spend life as you want. They left the city and then the scene of the present is shown. Eternals were living in this world for 7,000 years. Still, their age was the same. An Eternal Circe is shown who teaches kids in the school. Her friend was controlling the kids because she was late. Meanwhile, Circe arrives and thanks her friend for managing the kids for so long. As Circe's friend leaves, there was an earthquake. Meanwhile, a statue was about to fall on Circe's student. Circe changes the statue into the sand with her powers. Circe has the ability to change metal things into the sand. At night, Circe moves to a club with her friend. Another Eternal named Sprite is shown and he has the ability to take anyone's get-up easily. But whoever touches Sprite's body, the light appears from his body. Due to it, Sprite was single for the past 7,000 years. Circe was celebrating her friend's birthday in the club. Circe's friend knows something about her. Like Circe is aged and a magician. They were moving while talking. Meanwhile, a creature appears and attacks Circe's friend. Meanwhile, Circe makes the feet of the creature frozen through her powers. Circe's friend asks her to tell me what is it. Circe tells him these are the creatures, but her friend says they were ended many years ago. How did it survive? The creature runs from there while releasing itself from the sand. Circe and Sprite chase that creature. Circe's friend also tries to jump like Circe, but he couldn't, and Circe tried to distract that creature. The creature doesn't distract and attacks Sprite. Icarus arrives and makes the creature injured. They notice the creature has the ability to heal. Only Ajak, who is the leader of Eternals, has those powers. Icarus again attacks the creature, but it flees. It is discovered Icarus married Circe 5,000 years ago. Then he left Circe 2,000 years ago. Circe says to her friend, "Now I have to go because some people need me." Her friend says, "If you are a superhero, then where were you when there were problems on Earth?" Circe says, "We are sent on Earth just to end the creatures. We were not allowed to do anything else, except for increasing population and increase the technology of people." They go to meet Ajak so they will tell their leader the creatures have arrived again. This time they are so powerful. They reach Ajak and discover Ajak has died. This happened on the Earth for the first time that an Eternal died. They understand that Ajak is ended by that creature who attacked them before. The creature has taken Ajak's powers while landing her. A powerful stone appears from Ajik's neck. The stone goes inside Cersei's body. Ajuk has chosen Cersei the leader of Eternals after death. Cersei can talk to Orishan and they collect the Eternals. So they can end the creatures while getting together, and they go to Kingo. Kingo has the ability to take out the small fire bullets from his fingers. Kingo has become a superstar and has done many movies. They ask Kingo to move with them, but he says, I have to do a lot of work. I have signed a lot of movies. Kingo becomes sad hearing that their leader is dead. Then he gets ready to go as his manager said. They go to Australia through Kingo's private plane. Their two other Eternals live there. Reaching there, they find a huge creature died there. Kingo's manager says these creatures were used to be so pretty. Are you insane, according to Kingo? Which angle makes this stench and rotten creature appear attractive? They meet another member named Gilgamesh. He asks them to try his cake. They tell him the news of Ajik's death and he becomes depressed. The cake also falls from his hand. Later, they move to another member named Dana. She was making drawings while sitting under a tree. Dana gets fits and whenever it happens she attacks anyone. Gilgamesh was living with Dana for the past 7,000 years. Dana has the ability to attack while taking out a powerful weapon from her hands. Dana was attacking them and Sprite changes the atmosphere there. She tries to make her remember who are they and what is their purpose. Gilgamesh makes Dana understand and she becomes normal. Later, they have dinner. Cersei moves to the place where Dana was making drawings. She sees her drawing and tries to contact her leader. Then her soul reaches her leader. She tells her leader that the creatures have arrived again on the earth. They even have stolen Ajik's powers while ending her. Many weird things are happening on Earth. Orishan, their leader, tells her this is the mark of an emergence. Cersei asks him what is emergence. He says now this is the time to tell you about your real purpose. Actually, you were sent on the earth to end the creatures. I have planted a seed on the earth many thousand years ago. The seed needs million years and the energy of humans to grow. But I have made a mistake while making humans and animals. Those strange deviants were born by my mistake. They were decreasing the people's population while eating them. Then I made you and Eternals like you. So I will be able to end those deviant creatures through you. Cersei asks him did Ajik knew this. He tells you and Ajik have often helped Celestial to be born on Earth. Cersei says why don't I remember all this? He says I erase your memories every time, that's why you don't remember anything. It also discovers that the dreams of Dana were her old memories. They weren't erased completely. Cersei comes back and tells this to her other team members. Hearing this, they get shocked. Cersei says we have to save humans and stop this emergence to happen. Otherwise, because of it, the humans will be ended. Aikaris says we have to go in search of others. And we will decide what we have to do when we will be together. They go to Amazon forests where Druig lives. They tell Druig everything but he wasn't ready to go with them. Many creatures attack them. And Kingo fires through his ability. Sprite tries to save Kingo's manager. Aikaris competes with the creature there. The creature throws Aikaris down. And tries to take his powers but Gilgamesh arrives. He punches hard and has the ability to use his hands as a strong hammer. A creature tries to attack Cersei and she changes it into a tray. On the other hand, the creatures attack Dana but Gilgamesh saves her. But the creature's leader transfers Gilgamesh's powers while landing him. As it transfers Gilgamesh's powers it takes the human body shape. It also understands the emergence. Gilgamesh dies and says while leaving do you remember me? Cersei and Aikaris move to another member Phastos. Phastos says I live with my family and can't go with you. Then he agrees and gets ready to go with them. The Eternals moved to Iraq and their spaceship was inside the Earth for the past 7,000 years. As they move inside the spaceship Mokari was already there. Makari was their member who can't speak but can run faster than electricity. Fastos makes a technology the Eternals can stop the emergence while using their powers. He says if the creatures can use our powers we can also use our powers together. Fastos was an intelligent engineer. He has helped to increase human technology. The stone locket worn by Cersei starts shining. Cersei realizes that the emergence is about to happen. Fastos asks Makari to go and discover where this emergence will happen. Makari discovers the emergence while moving around the earth. Where is it? Icarus breaks the technology machine of Fastos. It is discovered that Icarus has added a chick. Ajuk also wants to stop this emergence. She also likes humans. That is why Icarus has added a chick. When Ajuk told Icarus the emergence is about to happen and we have to tell this to Eternals. But Icarus has thrown Ajuk in front of those creatures. The creatures have taken Ajak's powers while landing her. Icarus again leaves Ajuk to her home when she died. When they ask reason from Icarus he says my life is given by Rishon. I will end you if I will have to. Saying this, Icarus leaves and Sprite was also with him. Kingo was also leaving and said we can't do anything without Icarus's help. Kingo also leaves as well. They left her and the other Eternals' powers weren't enough to stop the emergence. Fastos says to Cersei your powers can join Rishon with you. He says we can make you and I band you to it, the emergence will stop. He makes a band with Cersei's stone and they reach the place with their spaceship. The place where emergence will start. Icarus and Sprite were seeing emergence to happen. The other Eternals arrived to stop the emergence. A huge celestial was about to appear from the emergence that will be harmful to the world. They connect their band to stop the emergence with their powers. Icarus throws Druig far. Makari screams seeing this. She beats Icarus that he wasn't beaten in the past 7,000 years. Cersei says to Fastos I will try to stop this emergence alone. Fastos says okay you try to stop this and we try to stop Icarus. The other Eternals fight with Icarus. The leader of the creatures arrives there and Makari makes a huge circle around it. It holds Makari and tries to take her powers. Meanwhile, Fastos attacks the creature and it throws Makari far. It falls inside a cave of a mountain. Fastos ties Icarus with his technology. Cersei was stopping the emergence but Sprite stabs her with a knife. She says I don't want to save humans. I am here on the earth for 7,000 years and I never know what is love. What is a family? Meanwhile, Druig comes and attacks Sprite's head. Dana is shown on the other side and the past was irritating her. The deviant creature was trying to gain her powers as Gilgamesh. Dana awakes and she produces a dangerous weapon with her powers. She divides the creature into pieces. The emergence was started and the hands of Celestial were appearing gradually. Cersei was trying to stop the Celestial with her powers. Icarus was released her and moves to end Cersei. Then he remembers the moment spent with Cersei. Icarus also tries to stop the emergence with them. The emergence stops and the Celestial dies before being born. Icarus sees Cersei for the last time and disappears while moving towards the sun. On the other side, Makari was happy to see Druig. And hugs him. Cersei says to Sprite I still have the celestial powers. I can make you fine if you want. Then you will become a human and will die one day. Sprite says yes, I am ready and they go to dinner at Fastos' home. Sprite took admission to the school. Cersei meets her friend and he says I wanted to tell you that I am not from this earth. A portal opens in the sky and Rishon calls the Eternals including Cersei to him. He says you have murdered a celestial to save humans. For now, I am forgiving you and leaving. I will tell you my decision when I will return. That what should I have to do with you? This movie concludes here.